All right. So before we go ahead, predictions. Who you think is winning? My mind is on Metal.
Sonic.
All right, Bryce.
I'll give it to Cell. Underdog. I feel like he's the underdog here.
Very much
If
is.
they,
But
if they use.
before we start, I want to see who is animating this. I feel like it's Devil Artemis.
It would be.
Yep, Devil Artemis, of course.
Good for him. He's really coming in.
Cell
Wait, is he voicing
versus
Cell
Metal
too?
Sonic.
I feel like he should.
Gotta be.
He's like, okay, it's either Devil Artemis or Taka. So we'll see.
Let's see. Let's see.
Copycat Android is truly the superior model.
He's Wiz and I'm
Is
Boosted.
Metal starting
And
off
they
as
charge up to
Neo?
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Kamehameha.
The mystery of this creature's origin was decades in the making. Years ago.
By the way, I'm going to say this. Like, when I first saw Cell basically drink a guy, that was terrifying. I don't think a 6-year-old should have seen that.
They passed up too many suck jokes.
Yeah, but damn. But I would say
Yeah,
Cell
sucks,
is
though,
literally
yeah.
my favorite original Dragon Ball villain. Like after like the Cell saga ended, it's just like when the Buu saga started, it's like it's not as good as the Cell saga. It's not. It just feels all over the place with the Buu saga.
The world
Go
was
Tank.
terrorized by the most advanced paramilitary
I know your hate for
organization
Gold
in
Tanks is
history.
very powerful.
The Red Ribbon fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields.
From the humans, Krillin and Tien, Cell knows the multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the Tri-Beam, his extra
Not
special
letting out
favorite.
E-Wings.
Oh,
Damn. You just need Solar Flare and that's it.
He does have solar flare.
Up that Cell wins.
I don't think solar flare would work on Metal.
Not a man of Dragon Ball if you believe Solar Flare is not the most broken thing.
And it basically-
Solar Flare, it's over.
I mean, yeah, it blinds
Frieza
them.
can't defeat the Solar Flare. Cell can't defeat the Solar Flare. Hell, even Beerus has experienced the Solar Flare.
Yeah,
That's the one
but
people
you
think.
you
It's
forget
the
that
same thing.
the solar flare is defeated if you have like sunglasses. So what are you gonna do when Metal decides to
Put on sunglasses.
what?
How many people in Dragon Ball have put on sunglasses? to
Master
block the Solar
Roshi.
Flare?
And Goku
I said, how
actually,
many people?
Goku did that. He used the sunglasses to block the solar flare.
Hold on. Did you just try to put Goku in the mix after this man has fumbled shit?
But you
just tried to
said-
use the most fumble of fumble.
But you said
And I
who
said
you-
how many? So you're saying 3 people at max. You're trying to defend something you can't defend.
Okay. Let's keep going.
weird, I'm not seeing Jiangsu on this list. Sorry, bud.
Is Chaozu human?
Oh,
Okay. Cell can fire the death beam.
Well, technically a
and
Chinese
travel through the
vampire.
vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father.
and because he's got Piccolo's DNA,
Oh,
Cell
boom,
can
boom.
regenerate humongous damage to his body at the cost of some keys.
Cell has survived having half his body vaporized multiple times and cannot be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Which, by the fucking way, they were. They were eradicated when Goku did the instant transmission Kamehameha directly in his face. So,
Matt, come back from, heaven. Just saying. Anyway. Okay.
look, Toriyama, I love you, RIP, and everything, but man, some of your writing is just. He even admitted himself that he's just going by the seat of his pants most of the time.
That's just basically the editors. They keep wanting to make him want to write more. I think Super was actually his idea, but so
Yeah.
You're trying to make Dragon Ball complicated. Guess what? You can't. Just throw hands. It's okay. Simple as fun.
Yeah, but Toriyama
This
did.
is-
He did get the last laugh when he ended Daima with like King Gomo's like that mystical third eye thing. People were like assuming, oh, there's like a ancient artifact that gives you godlike power. No, you just buy it from a fucking convenience store, and that's how he ended the series. And it's like, okay, Toriyama, all right, you're trolling us from beyond the grave.
I didn't think of that as last laugh because Vegeta wasn't holding his arm.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Just saying, you said the last laugh. That's the last thing I believe he would do.
That's his permanent joke.
And
people say
hold his arm and he's like super.
I mean, people say like, Yamcha's the one who gets shit on. No, it's always Vegeta, and people still glaze Vegeta to this day.
That Super is mostly Frieza.
Yeah, but
I'm just getting jumped once again if you see him, no matter what. So yeah, you're gonna get clowned on. Vegeta's just taking that shit like a champ.
Should that little bugger survive, Cell will always return, even stronger than before because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Super perfect Cell! Now with more lightning, in a battle for the ages, Cell put the entire weight of his biological programming against one lone Saiyan and went the distance.
But in the end, it still wasn't enough. No matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt. All it takes to recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single Cell.
Hey, real quick, did you know Death Metal launched our own tabletop gaming channel? It's called The Nightly Crew. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower, and a bunch of other stuff.
And there we go.
Critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. Gag. Probably should have added some of those goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things. After getting trashed again, Eggman reprogrammed Metal to purge any bits of rebelliousness from his code.
Metal returned to being the Eggman Army's chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's really going on behind those glowing red eyes? Maybe Metal is more cunning than he lets on, and is only biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
Hey, I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick. And if you don't believe me, well,
What the
Your reputation.
Damn, you suck at stick.
Not bad. Alright, there we go.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation.
Yep, that's Devil Artemis.
Bring me your strongest fighter or face.
Have light there and
Master.
I bet not my heavenly. Wait, this is Devil Artemis still. That's not fair. I believe Devil Artemis still wins.
Until we see him go golden, even then, I won't do shit.
Tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear? Not anymore.
Ooh, that is so cool.
Dealing with the ultimate life form. I already possess his data. Observe. Chaos! Control. Life form data successfully copied. Scan. It'll take more than that to kill me. Puppet! I know. Now I know everything about you, insect.
Someone in the comments say challenge is like the camera mill.
Spam it, spam it, spam it. Kiko, oh, Kiko, oh, Kiko, how you doing?
That bitch is taking with one hand. Don't do
Just the
it. Another
greatest
side.
warrior in the universe. I am all of them. If you are all of them,
Damn.
then so am I. I'll never lose to a machine like.
Oh no! Had the one hand. I dared not to do the one hand to him. Fuck.
I'll crush you.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos
Devil
Emeralds
Arm is
and
really
the
balled out. Like,
Z-Fighters.
bro, he needs to start a
Well, that
studio.
works, fuck.
Yeah.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z, but Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too much for him. Let's break this down into 4 categories: strength, speed, abilities, and adaptation.
First up,
Yeah.
who was the strongest? Well, it's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go, especially since it's only brought up theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse, and Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength.
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Hey, just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed. You know,
I feel that.
Man, get
That's
you
a
can't. You can't say anything about that. Go hit the play button. You stopped like you had some info on that. Nah, go hit that play button.
I'm not gonna do the math on that.
Okay.
the thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos Control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And with Silver's Psychokinesis, or the Emerald Spatial Distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with the one thing they're both known for: their capability to evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents, aka their adaptation.
And frankly, that's where this back and forth completely breaks. Because at the end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb Metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took Metal by surprise, he can't absorb fully inorganic robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb Androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z-Warriors too.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place, quite literally biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques? Believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar.
What? You said
You
something?
heard me. Yeah, you heard me.
No, I literally couldn't hear what you said.
He had the Zenkai boost.
Oh.
He had the legendary Saiyan power up with him too. They ain't left it out. Come on now. Gotta love it. Go ahead.
Key. So there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's powers.
Congratulations, you played
And
yourself.
at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level, just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z-Fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, cause Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
Why's that?
Cell died. Wiz, you
All
get
right.
it? CD? Wiz, where you go? Come on back. Next time on Death Battle.
Hold on. Oh no! Oh my god!
Doing it.
Oh my god!
I knew that was going to be her shit.
Oh my god!
Subscribe and join as a member.
Oh my god! The slander.
D already did this, so we can just basically skip it.
Well, still, I want to know what they say.
True, I'm more or less here for the animations. I'm never really here
Yeah.
for the explanation.
Yeah. But it's like, damn, I almost forgot about that slander war until here. Goddamn.
You just want to see Bakugo get beat down, but he's not going to be beat down.
I have hope. I have hope that they will let Reze win because I just want Bakugo to lose.
I kind of wish Cell won this so I could say Death Battle is officially a part of the Double Artemis universe. Because Cell only wins because he's in the Double Artemis universe.
If this was Double Artemis Cell, it would have been way closer. He probably would have won, but this is Dragon Ball Cell, so
It would have also solidified if Shallot or Carl popped up in the middle of the fight.
Carl?
They're like, oh, you don't.
I know Carl. I know.
Carl being there.
I remember, but I haven't seen him in the Double Artemis universe in a hot minute.
He's hidden away. He found a way to be with Jimmy's mom for now. His fake version of Jimmy's mom.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's the end of this video. It was pretty obvious who was going to win. But man, now I want to see this next death battle because I just want Reze to win, or I just want Bakugo to lose, to be quite honest. Because how the fuck does it take you 300 chapters to get over common goddamn decency?
I can't defend you.
Don't try.